I'm on time, guys. I'm so on time. Come on in. Come on in. This is Niki with Homeschool Knockouts, helping you achieve a total knockout in your homeschool. I never say my tagline. I changed it so many times. But come on in. We are talking about our favorite Outschool classes. So come on in as I turn to my calendar for notes. Come on in, guys. Come on in. I didn't do a shout out, a call to Instagram. We're just going to come on in. Disclaimer, this is going to be a short live, maybe 30 minutes max, because I have a stomach ache and we just got our dryer fixed. It was dead for 4 days, and there is a room full of laundry that the kids and I need to do. So I got a lot to do and my stomach's bothering me. So it will be brief. We are talking about Outschool classes. I'm going to share my screen and show you some of my favorite classes that my kids are no longer taking. That's why I'm sharing them with you. Not my kids, the Outschool classes. And we will I ask you to type in to the chat or into the comments. Shout out to all of you who catch the replay later. List names of teachers or classes that you recommend. I would hesitate to list classes that your kids are still in. I mean, you're anonymous, so no one would really know you or your kid unless you have a channel too. So just keep that in mind. We always want to be safe in these internet streets. So as more of you guys come in, I know our broadcast is starting at 3 o'clock instead of 2:30. And that's because. So I'm going to start sharing our screen. And then you guys can just pop on in. You know how we do. When you're coming in, tell us where in the world you're coming from. And if you have a small win, you'll get the bell rung to acknowledge your win. Small or big, but your win for the week, for the day. Even if you want to do it retroactive and say, y'all, my last win was March 21st. That's still a win. So we will acknowledge it. Hey, Hassan, you know what? I didn't even check my DM to see if you sent me information of when you're coming in, but I'm making a note right now to check my IG account for. Okay. All right. So I'll check that when I get off the live, Hassan. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing very, very well. And hopefully I get to see you fairly soon. All right, so I'm going to flip the screen or share my screen, and we're going to get going with our homeschool classes. I think I will start with, you're coming in on Monday night? Okay, that's good to know. How long are you staying? I'm looking at your, are you staying a week? Yeah, let me know. So I'm going to break down the classes. This might have to be a two-parter, guys. My stomach's really bothering me. I'll start with like the core subjects: math, writing. I don't have a reading person because I always do it on my own. Let's see, science. Let's do science, math, and writing, because I know those are subjects, you know, y'all like to outsource a lot. Oh, until Saturday. Oh, great. So we got plenty of time, Hassan. So I'll catch up with you. Sade says, hi there, lady. I love your thumbnail picture. You look very gorgeous. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Y'all know sometimes I have problems sharing my screen. So let's see how this goes. All right, my window. Not the entire screen. I'm getting there, guys. Okay, let me make sure I pull up the right one, because I'm still logged in with my other kids' stuff. I think this is the right one. Yep, it is. Okay, so hold on. Let me make sure none of my information that I don't want y'all to see is showing. Let me move some of this and move some of that. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so I think we're good. All right, so if you can see Outschool, Put a 1 in the chat for me, please. Just so I'm not talking and you guys are looking at me instead of Outschool. So put a put a 1 in the chat if you can see Outschool. You should not see me. You should see Outschool. Oh, now you should see it. Well, no, hold on. Somebody tell me, what can you see on the screen? Can you see Outschool? All right, I'm going to play around. Okay, I'm playing around with the layout, how it looks. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see Outschool. It should be large. And thank you, Hassan. Okay, great. So I'm going to wait a little bit. I know our live stream is 30 minutes later than we normally have, but you guys were like vocal that you want to do the Outschool classes. So I'm going to kind of just go slow until more of you guys can come in. But let's just start with what the website looks like for those of you who are new to Outschool. You've never even been on it. So what Outschool is, here, let me go to the screen, is an online platform for education, okay? And they offer all kinds of classes. You're going to have all your core classes, like your English, math, your arts, okay? You'll even have life skills, games, languages, and then you start getting into all the extra stuff, the coding and the tech, science, one of your core classes, social studies. But you see all of the different categories they have. I mean, it gets pretty detailed. They have a little bit of everything. And then here they have a homeschool section. And initially this started off as pods where you were with a group of students for the duration of the year or the semester. And now it's just diverse. There's all kinds of like homeschool meanings for some of these classes. A lot of it is just to draw you in, but they do have homeschool clubs, test prep. They have things when they say neurodiverse learners, they're talking about kids that have like ADHD, autism, or they're gifted, dyslexia. And then they have some educational methods, Waldorf, Regio, unit studies, hands-on. That's not really a method. That is a tactic. That's a strategy. But they really mean educational. They're mixing educational approaches like Charlotte Mason and classical with hands-on. And you have Montessori, which is not a curriculum. It is an educational method, but that's okay. They're trying. And then you have a lot of the popular math classes in the homeschool community, like Saxon Math, Singapore Math, for writing, IEW, that's the Institute of Excellence for Writing. And then you have, if you want to take a semester class or a full year class, and then they don't have the options. They do have them, but they're not listed here. If you wanted to do, a 1-day class, a weekend class, a 1-week class, all of that. Outschool, y'all need to contact me with all this free information I'm giving, just free advertising for y'all, because I'm not sponsored by this. I don't have any affiliate links, no referrals, nothing. And then depending on, what grade level your child is in, you can break it up: high school, middle school, elementary, and pre-K and kindergarten. So that's like a little brief introduction. Don't let the homeschool, don't just focus on a homeschool, like just go straight to the homeschool, because everything that's in here will be all throughout here. This is just to grab your attention and focus you to find some classes. So, and then you have your summer classes, okay? So, hold on, that's the helicopter. That's the beach helicopter, the beach copter. Special note for summer school, they do have classes that are called Get Ready for Next Year, which I think are great. My oldest one, they didn't call it this, but that's what it was. 2 years ago, he did one of those, and I thought they were awesome. They were pretty good. But you have, anything your child wants to work on, or if you want them to get ahead, or if you want them to pick up some kind of skill that they can further develop during the school year, these are great times to do that. All right, so let me see if I have any questions so far, any comments. All right, so let's get going. So let's start with, well, y'all tell me, what do you want to start with, math, writing, or science? math, writing, or science? So I'll type in. Okay, so the math, I'll give you. See, my son's still going to be using this math class, so I'm not going to give the teacher's name. That would be something I would do in a private group. But let's start with, since no one is saying what they want to start with, I'll just choose. Let me start with writing. All right. So, oh, look, this is one of my favorite teachers. So let me see if you guys can see the screen. Okay, you can see the screen. Awesome. Okay, so all three of my sons have taken a class. Uh-oh, where am I? Hold on. Did I lose my screen? All right. Sorry, guys. All right. So this teacher here, teacher Jaquita, with her master's in education, she has a pretty popular class. I know a couple of homeschool moms in my circle that have taken her class because they told me about her class. And one thing to note when you're thinking pricing for classes is that normally your writing classes will cost more just because there's more work involved for the teacher. You know, there's grading the work and giving feedback. Also, with science classes, if the science includes a lab of any sort or experiments, that's more work for the teacher. So those classes are typically going to be higher. Like, and when I say higher, I'm talking $16 and up. Like, I find that the sweet spot is $15 for classes, which is average. And then below that, that's a good deal. Not that the class is inferior. That's just a good deal that you're getting. And then above 15 starts to get a little pricey. Unless you're talking about those classes like writing where the teacher gives you feedback. You know, if it's a more intensive class, you're going to find those higher price points. Now, also, during the summertime, a lot of teachers will charge everything up front because they're trying to get their money. Okay, some of them will have like a weekly charge, a subscription where you're charged every week, like on Sundays. But you'll also find a lot of teachers, they just want to have you for the whole summer, so they'll do an upfront charge, which you see here with this writing class, which one of my sons took. Is charged up front. It's $17 per class, which is a little high, but it's a writing class, and she does give feedback. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, this class meets once a week over 6 weeks, and it's 45 minutes long. Now, once you start hitting 45 minutes and up, you will see classes typically $16, $17 and up. Just because typically classes typically are like in standard schools, 45 to 55 minutes long or 50 minutes long. So a lot of teachers, if they have a real strong public school background, you'll see a 45 minutes. That's just kind of been my experience. Anecdotal. I could be wrong, but that's kind of like what it seems like. But I do like Jaquita. And let me just, let's see, 4 of 10 classes have sold out, and you have about 2 more that will be selling out soon. And so when you're looking at these classes, you know, please read the experience of the teachers and look at how they structure the class experience, the description. That'll tell you a lot about the teacher. Really organized teachers, I mean, they'll have this all really laid out. You know what's going on from week to week to week. Most teachers do that, but some just kind of do boilerplate stuff. But she's very detailed, which is what I liked for writing, because I don't want gray areas. I want boom, boom, boom. This is how we do it. This is what you're going to do. This is what we're going to do. I like that. For an abstract subject, like certain social studies subjects, and definitely for writing, if I'm not teaching it, I want someone who's a little bit more concrete with the teaching. Okay. But again, I like this class. She has live classes and she has flex class, which you'll see here. Flex just means this is your on demand, meaning you take the class whenever you want to. There's no set time. It's not synchronous. It is asynchronous, meaning you're not in sync with the teacher. So you take the class whenever you get up and power up your laptop. Okay. And this is a part 1, and she has 3 parts to this. So, and that's one thing that I like. Let me talk to y'all for a second. This is one thing that I like about some really experienced teachers, because if you break your whole class, say it's a semester long class, and you break your class into chunks, like quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, call it whatever you want, it really gives you a chance to just really focus on that one part, and for the students or the parents to know that, okay, this is what we're really focused on, and we can see what's up ahead. It's like flipping through the book, to the next unit or the next unit or the next unit, seeing what's coming up. Is psychologically, it's more soothing, just seeing, oh, okay, once I completed this, then I'll have this. And you kind of, when you get to like the second level, you can look back on the first level, you can see your body of work, you can see your progress. So I like when they break it up versus just one big blob of a long semester class, right? You also get a break in between. So I like when teachers break up, if it's a semester long class, but they break it up into 3 different classes that you pay for 3 different times. Also, you might decide after the first 6, 9 weeks or the first class session, you don't like it, then you're not committed to the rest of the semester or year. So I like that you have the option to pull out or whatever. So those are some things to keep in mind. Now, let me show you this other teacher that I do like, and that is Jade. Jade, what is Jade? Oh, Teacher Jade's Writing Academy. Here we go. Okay, so make sure you guys can put, oh, sorry, I didn't put the screen up. All right, so this is Teacher Jade. Wait, where'd it go? Oh. Teacher Jade. Is this her? No. Y'all, she was just on the on the screen. Hold on. Teacher Jade Writing. She just came up. Let's see. Oh, here we go. All right, back in business. Okay, so my oldest son took this class last year, and I really liked it. It moves a little fast. That was my opinion, but your mileage will vary with your child. But she does her class in parts as well. So let's look at this one. Okay, now remember, this is a summer class, and so this is charged up front. Now she's really pricey. She is $24 a class, and she's less than 45 minutes. But remember what I said, when you have teachers who teach writing, they're going to charge more because they do a lot of feedback, and she does give you a lot of feedback. So that's why you have the higher price point for the class. This is higher than average, but she's like, I'm worth it. And she is. So as you see, you're going to have a total of 4 essays. So that's a lot of feedback that she's giving. And if you see, her class size is 3 to 15, and usually her classes sell out. So that's a lot of work for her. So when you're looking at the price, you're like, what? Coming as a teacher, just know that these teachers work on the weekends and at night grading those papers, and then writing, not just grading the essays, but then trying to provide, instructive or constructive feedback. So keep that in mind. But she's a good one. And again, you're going to look at the description and see what the writing entails. Is she a creative writer? Is she an academic writer? Well, in her title, she focuses on academic writing. So right there. Creative writing classes will be cheaper. It's not as strict as with the academic, where you have to really pay attention to a lot of elements with writing. It's not. It's more laid back. So you're going to have, week 1, your introduction to writing, and then you'll start the following weeks, just different types of writing that you're going to do. And so if you're in middle school, I don't recommend this for elementary unless you just really want to push your child to write these kinds of papers in elementary. I see there's no rush for that. But for middle school, it's a great introduction to start getting your children to start thinking in that 5-paragraph mindset. Just to know, and then they can do with it what they will. So so you have that. So those are two of my favorite teachers for writing. As a matter of fact, there's a third one. She's an old lady from Oregon, I think. Oh, what's her name? I need to pull up my account, and I don't want to pull it up because I'm sure I'll show a lot of information, private information. Hey, Coffee and Cream. But if you guys have any teachers or classes you want me to pull up, let me know and I will pull that up. And then we can compile a list, especially if you're thinking about classes for the fall. Okay. So those are two for writing. Oh, okay. So we're going to go off trail for a minute. We're 20 minutes in. Okay. I got about 10 minutes. So this might be part 1 of 2. Okay. So I told you guys about the current events class. Did I tell you about the logical fallacies? I'm sorry. Logical fallacies should be a core class in schools because nobody put like this. The way the world is going and how people just are sheeple and just follow and just don't, register what's going on. I'm like, are you even thinking about what you're seeing or not seeing? People don't have critical thinking skills. And part of having critical thinking skills are having that skill set of discernment. And what are some of those skill sets? Well, that's understanding, recognizing logical fallacies, because everybody uses logical fallacies. You, your kids, your spouse, your partner, your friends, your coworkers, your boss, politicians, lawyers, everybody uses logical fallacies. And when you understand what the main types of fallacies are, then you can spot weak arguments instantly. So let me pull that one up. What did I say? Logical fallacies. Okay. I want to just go to my favorites because everything will just pop up. But let me just see. Logical. Okay. So we did Mike, but that wasn't the favorite one. Oh, no. Oh, here we go. Okay. He must not. Does he not have classes right now? I'll just put logical fallacy. Maybe I'll get more. Maybe I could spell it correctly. No, I'll just say fallacies. All right. Here we go. Love this class. My kids love this class. So this one, let's see if you guys can see this. Oh, it's not showing. There must be a lag because I have a different, my screen looks different. Hold on, y'all. Let me take it off and then add it again. That's not what my screen looks like. Let's see what's going on. Let me refresh. Oh, why is it still showing the screen? Hold on, y'all. Let me see what's going on. I'm on the fly here. Oh my goodness. I'm sharing a totally different screen. Okay. All right. I figured out what I did. Good grief. Hold on. I have opened up so many different windows. All right. Hold on, y'all. Okay. I opened up another window and I'm not sharing that window because I'm sharing the one I'm typing on right now. I need Calgon. All right. Here we go. So give me about 4 seconds and you should be able to see the screen. Yep, there we go. All right, we're there. All right, if you guys are with me, please put a thumb. Can you do a thumbs up in the chat or a 1 so I know you're with me? Wait, I just clicked on it. No, what is this one? Okay, here we go. I'm sorry, guys. Every time I open up, I type in Outschool, it's opening up another window and it's not sharing that window. Hold on. We're going to figure this out. I just have to change. This is the screen that's sharing. Okay. Oh, and it's opening. Okay, it says share this tab instead. Okay, let me stop sharing this other screen. Oh, now I get it. I see what it's doing when it does that. All right, you should totally see. Hold on, let me bring it up. Okay. Sorry, guys, I got kicked out, but I got it back. All right, here we go. You should be able to see it now. All right, cool. So we all can see it. So The Logic Club by Aaron Pottsick. He is hilarious. He's so funny. And he is he gives you lots of information, other ways to find current events and how to use, exercises for it. Because when you're thinking about current events, you're like, well, how do I like learn about it? Not just learn about current events, but how do I practice discerning about current events or logic, right? And so he does that through logic challenges, cryptograms, word puzzles, and more. So y'all, this is exercise for your brain. You know how I always talk about word processing speed, your working memory, all of that. You have to exercise your brain. Just think of elders in your life or people that you've seen. They can be like 80, 90 years old or older, and they're sharp as a fiddle. Chances are they probably have kids, young kids who come around them and hang out with them. They're involved, talking to people, cussing people out, being mean to people, but they're still engaged and their mind is sharp. Versus those older people who are lonely, they don't really get out much, or they just don't have much interaction with people, and you can see how their brain starts to deteriorate, because your brain is a muscle. So this is perfect for going to the gym, the brain gym. So I love his class. He charges $15 weekly. I wish it was more than just one time a week, but it is. But he gives you 50 minutes, right? And it's year long. You can come in and out whenever you want to. His classes do fill up, as you can see here. Okay. And so he tells you, all that's going on. He gives you the themes. And what I like about him is that he gives you lots of other places to go to continue working on your logic, which I absolutely love. He also tells you things you can do, like Sudoku, Kudoku, Ken, logic grids. Oh, so much stuff. Okay. And then he does repeat the category. So you get more reinforcement, you get more nuance, because sometimes it's just enough to just be introduced to the information, to absorb it. And then after that, once you absorb it, now you can synthesize it. So you have to do the class again so you can really synthesize it. So I say take the class as many times as you can. So he has lots of reviews. This is by far one of my favorite classes. And my kids have taken this class like so many times. I don't know if they're going to do it in the fall, but they've done it so many times. Any questions or comments so far? Let's see. Aaron Pottsick is an amazing teacher. He's a homeschool dad. Yeah. So Coffee and Cream, you've taken his class? He is so cool. He's really, really cool. So that's a class, and that's reasonable. That's $15. You can stop it and end it at any time. And he has pretty varied times and days. So you can, there's a class on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, different times. If your kid is an early riser, or they sleep late, he's got you covered from morning to early afternoon. So I really like him a lot. Let's see, anyone else have any class suggestions? We took his class in 2019. Yes, he's still going strong. I love it. He's still going strong. Anyone else? Now for hold on, I'm going to pull up my account so I can go into my history, because I meant to do that for my classes so I can have them ready to show. But guys, please, in the chat, if you have taken Outschool classes, let us know what classes you loved and what classes you probably didn't love. Just so let's see, transactions, so we can share. But I'm going through our past classes. Also, tutoring. My two oldest kids, they do chemistry tutoring and math tutoring. So if you guys need, if you want that information, that's high school, middle school for tutoring. Hold on, I'm just scrolling through. Some of these classes I'm not going to share because my kids are very active. Like some of the classes, they'll just like, have a little background on, you can't really see them. But for some of the other classes, they're very active in it. And so I'm not going to share those unless we were in a private setting. And even then I probably wouldn't do it. Let's see. What subjects do you want me to share? There is Singapore math for some of you who are into Singapore math, which we are. What I'm looking for. Oh my God, I gotta get out of here, guys. Let me just find one more. I showed you guys the other day the science ones, those two science classes. So if we don't hit on that today, at least I know you're covered because I showed you those classes on my phone. Hold on, because I have so many classes, I'm just scrolling through. Oh, someone asked me about Spanish. Let me get to Spanish. We didn't do Spanish this semester online, so that's why I'm having to scroll. Okay. I'm scrolling through transactions. Let me just, I know her name. I think I know her name. Let me see if I can. Was this her? No, that's not her. Oh, what was the Spanish class? Who has anything for Spanish? ELA. Okay. Keisha wants ELA. Love Katesh, we started at 3:00. I do have to get out of here like 5 minutes ago. We might have to continue this either this weekend or like Monday, Tuesday of next week for writing. I might do that. My stomach is feeling a little better, but I think we might do that just so I can go through all of my past classes and pull out the names because because I have to pay, I do a lot of weekly stuff. So it's just like the results are like 10 a page and I have to just keep scrolling and it's taking me forever. But if you guys, you have some, please put them up. For math, well, see, it depends. I want to share, but I'm not because my middle son may or may not be going to public high school. And if he's not, he'll be in that class in the fall. And he's also taking the summer camp in that math class this summer. I'm trying to think. Let me see. Mark Tyson is also an amazing teacher. He teaches writing. We took his Latin, Greek, root vocabulary class. Mark Tyson, that sounds familiar. Let me pull him up. Let's pull him up, y'all. Mark Tyson. Okay, so we have Mark. Okay, so let me make sure my screen is sharing. Yep. Okay. So this is Mark Tyson. So he goes by his name, not like a little company name. And you see how he focuses on literature. I would call him like classical because his focus on 18th, 19th century. Well, that's Gothic literature, but Latin and Greek root words. He's got well, hold on, where's the, oh, that's the about me. Let me go to his page. All right, let me just see upcoming classes. All right, let's look at this one. Okay. Yes, we did. I remember the Coliseum. Okay, so weekly on, this is for Greek and Latin root words, guys, vocabulary club. As a matter of fact, my son is in another vocabulary class because I couldn't remember his. And I didn't feel like going through all my stuff, but the vocabulary class that my youngest son is in, I actually really like. She incorporates writing with it, which I wanted that extra element. But I like him. He's $14 a week, 55 minutes. So you get the extra 10 minutes. And you can hop in and out, so it's not, a big time commitment. I mean, like, it's not a big commitment of your resources. Okay. So you see here, what the expectations are for the class. All right. And then you have, and he's like little Santa Claus. So I recommend this class as well. And then if you want to, if you're doing Michael Clay Thompson, you might want to pick up this class, Parts of Speech and Sentence Construction, to help, go with that. I haven't taken any of his other classes, but this one, Continuous Ongoing Latin and Greek Root Words to Improve Vocabulary. That is Mark Tyson. I recommend that class. Got it, that. Let's see. You know what? I don't have anyone for music, so let's check this one out. Mr. Durrell for music, lower elementary. Hey, Antoinette. Hey, how are you doing? Let's find Mr. Durrell for music. So the one thing, make sure I'm sharing the right screen. Darn it, I just closed the screen again. Sorry, I just keep closing all these screens and I'm not paying attention to the one that I'm sharing. All right, we're back on. Okay, so, oh no, that's not it. That is not it. I'm gonna mess up and show something that I don't need to show. I might have to. Oh, okay, this is the last one because then I have to go. Mr. Darrell music. Okay, so showing. All right, I'm done. I'm showing all my kids stuff. Here, let me just do this. Let me stop sharing and just do a new one because I'm rushing. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. All right, so for music. What is it, Mr. Darrell? And then for the next live, guys, I'll have music educator. Okay, so let me close this one. Stop sharing this one. Good grief. All right, I'm about to share this one. Hold on, y'all. I don't like with the Outschool, it keeps opening up every window. It's a new tab or window every time. And it's hard for me to see which one I'm looking at. All right, so I should be sharing this one. Let me add it to the stream. Okay, boom, here we are. All right, so Mr. Darrell, I don't know anything about this guy, but who brought him up? Keisha. So Keisha is recommending Mr. Darrell for music for lower elementary. So he has no current classes right now. That does, oh, well, you know what? My age group. So let me just deselect all of that. Reset filters. All right, so he should have some classes. All right. All right, look at this. $11 once a week for a lot of the classes, but you got your littles in here. You have exposures. Let's see, pre-K and kindergarten. Okay, let's watch a little quick video. Oh, sorry, that opened in a new window.
Where we do lots of singing back and forth, lots of moving and learning about different kinds of music, different instruments, and so much more. And I love to use my friend here as an assistant, Mr. Whiskers. Mr. Whiskers, do you think our class is pretty fun? Yeah, I really think so. I think you should come join us.
Okay, so he sounds fun. Now listen, his class is 40 minutes long, which is ambitious for 5 to 6-year-olds online. But as you can see, he uses props. He's very energetic. So that could definitely work. Hold on, let me see which screen I'm sharing before I close it. Okay, so that's his pre-K. Let's look at one more of his classes. Let me keep it in here so it doesn't close on me. He has piano. Okay, no open spots, but it might open up in the future. All right, anyone else? Mark Tyson is an author. He has novels that he's written. Oh, that's good. I didn't know that. Coffee and Cream about Tyson. Flute teacher recommendation. Does anyone have recommendations for a flute teacher? All right, guys, I've got to get out of here. We will finish this up. And when we do, I will have a list of the classes we have taken. I will just write them down. I just didn't have time today because I had the laundry thing. And then my son is applying to a couple of animation programs and he had to get his portfolio together. Oh, my battery just went dead. His portfolio together. And I was helping him with that. He had to put it on YouTube so he can submit everything. And I was up all night working on my project. So I'm on fumes. My stomach's feeling better though. So yes, he was very interactive, Keisha. Mr. Daryl for music. So I don't know when, but we will have a part 2 and I will have a list of all the teachers. I might just make it online, like an online list, and you guys can just see it and just take a screenshot of it. And then you can just look at it, on your own time. We'll show it on the screen, but you'll have, oh yeah, we'll do that. Cause I'll open up tabs for all of those teachers. And then I can just go boom, screen share, instead of opening in and out and accidentally going into my private account and stuff like that. So we'll do that. So, all right. So I'm sorry this is short. We go at least an hour and a half to 2 hours, and my oldest son is home. So, and he had a big test, math test today. So I need to see how that went. And he had a Spanish presentation, which he didn't want my help on. So I was like, oh, he was up late at night too, because I was up working, typing. He was over there in the corner like this on his Chromebook. I'm like, are you doing your work? Yes, I know what I'm doing. I'm like, how are you sleeping and typing at the same time? He was literally like drooling and just typing and doing stuff. I'm like, I guess that's how kids do it. All right. Katesh says, I wouldn't mind math for 5th and 6th grade also. I got you covered on that. I definitely have you covered. As a matter of fact, for 5th and 6th grade, I might email you that privately because I have a wonderful teacher for 5th and 6th grade. All right, Kadesh. All right, guys. Thank you. If you don't mind, please put a like on the video and share if you are so inclined. That lets YouTube know that people out here rock with us, and it lets me know that you appreciate the work and makes me want to come back on Fridays. So I appreciate your help for that. We will continue this, and I will put in the community section when the next live will be. It will be before Friday. As a matter of fact, we won't have a live Friday. My friend, her son is a senior in high school, and he's having a rites of passage. Oh, Hassan, I got to tell you about that if you're still in the chat. If you're still in the stream, he's having a rites of passage ceremony, which I'm so excited to see. And I'll report back, let you guys know, because I think it's just something amazing that all of our young people should be having. So rites of passage, so I will not be here on Friday. I'll be getting ready for that. But I'll pop up sometime next week for sure. Okay. All right. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Enjoy your weekend. Do something new, do something different today. Do something for you today and revel in it. Okay. And make sure, even if you didn't give your wins today, because not one person did a win, I'm going to do a win. And I'm going to tell you why I'm doing this one. Where's my bag? Oh, darn, it's way over there. I'm going to get up. Hold on, y'all. I know I need to get out of here. But my win is planting microgreens. I used to do microgreens about 2 years ago, but I watched this video by this woman who was friends with Mary's Nest on YouTube. She's an older lady, like a grandma, really sweet. And she had the most amazing looking greens. She had pink ones. Because you think of microgreens as green, but they were yellow, green, pink, purple, chartreuse, all kinds of stuff. Everything but orange and black. She had every color, and brown. So I planted sprouts, and I'm real happy, and I'm going to have videos of that process on my other channel, which is the Messy Homesteader. So that's my win, because I did not feel like doing that, but I wanted to get it done because that's for health, and I just want something pretty on my windowsill. All right, I'm getting out of here. Let's see. Hey, Mari. I love some math recommendations. We'll do math. We'll do a big focus on math, okay? My son does a math games. He's done it for 3 years with the same teacher. I might have to share that privately. We might have to do a private. I can do a private live where I just send you guys invitations, because he'll be taking that class in the fall. but we'll see. I'll have to think about it. Yes, please, more content on middle school and high school. Yeah, because that's all we've been doing is middle school and some high school. I have a few wins. My daughter went into a friend's business and learned to sew and also got paid for some work. Oh my goodness. Your girl being a boss girl. She was doing much more on her own. I love it, Katesh. And Katesh, isn't your daughter, she in 4th grade, I think? So shout out to baby girl because that is amazing. Hey, have her document her process and then put out a book. She can be a published author before she's in middle school or in high school. Okay. So just think of, you can monetize everything. So even if she doesn't do it, just find a tape recorder or use your phone and just record what she did that day and then the next day and the whole process. And then put out, a little ebook or a regular book or children's illustration, a children's book complete with illustrations. She can really milk that, but good for her. And thank you for sharing. All right, guys. I'm out of here. I'm just thinking about what I have to do. I don't want to do it, but I got to go. I'm already late. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you in a few days. Hassan, make sure I'm going to check the DM, baby.